What do you consider the biggest threat to humanity?
Ocean ecosystems collapsing. The rate of which the populations of fish have decreased are alarming. With common fish like tuna decreasing by 97% in the past few decades, due to overfishing. Coral reefs dying, fish getting extinct, it's all because of us and it'll come back to haunt us, and it already is. The oceans contain 85% of all life on Earth, and yet we let these big companies throw one garbage truck full of trash into them every single minute. I imagine the oceans will be completely dead by 2070 or before, if it continues the way it is.
Ocean plankton is dying fast too. People don't realize that is a big source of oxygen for the planet. Also, forests are producing more CO2 than oxygen now, since half of them are literally on fire.
The world is fine. The people are F-ed. George Carlin.
This is what? Earth's 6 to 11 th mass extinction event? It will be fine again in 300.000 years or something.
Short term. Geopolitics. Long term. Oceanic eco-collapse.
I like this answer. We could destroy ourselves at any moment. All we need is an idiot with power, and we have a massive surplus of that. But if we manage to somehow avoid that, environmental collapse is within the next 250 years.
Apathy.
I was going to say humans. But you're right. It's apathy. Most humans just don't give a damn until they're personally suffering. Then suddenly something matters. We're going to ruin every wonderful thing we have by not giving a damn until it's too late.
Short-sightedness and selfishness. Most people can't contemplate more than a decade or so in the future, let alone several generations past their own lives. I think this is part of the reason why religions first came to be, as a way to encourage a lifestyle that made sure you left the world in a better place, had a positive impact on your community and future generations. Human selfishness and ego has always been an issue. The only difference is that now there's so many of us and we're so advanced and interconnected that our selfishness is putting the future of all civilizations at risk.
Antibiotic-resistant bacteria.
You should look into bacteriophage therapy if you're not familiar. Essentially using viruses to kill pathogenic bacteria. It's been around for like 80 years, but it's never really been seriously researched because we always just used antibiotics to fight infections.
Crab people.
Can confirm.
Stupid people.
So, just humanity.
World leaders with big egos and nuclear weapons.
They could also have bad intel, and trust it. The fact that we have averted Armageddon multiple times simply because someone decided they didn't trust their intel that was telling him the other side was attacking is scary.
Humans.
Ultron was online for 3 minutes before he learned humanity's greatest threat was itself.
Death.
Mississippi.
From all the information I've recently seen, I'd agree.
The outdated education system that produces brainless, unmotivated people with no desire to learn on their own.
Climate change. We're going to have massive problems in my life. I dread to think what kind of world my kids will be living in when they're grown up. Edit. Lots are asking why I would have kids. Rather than respond to each of them, I'll answer you all here. Our kids weren't born yesterday. We decided to have kids about 6 to 7 years ago. Back then, Donald Trump was a reality TV host and businessman. The US might flip between Democrat and Republican, but both were fairly centrist by USA standards. Jair Bolsonaro was climbing his way up to power and I'd never heard the name. He's now burning more rainforest than anyone ever before. Boris Johnson was the clown mayor of London and there was no way he'd get near actual power. The EU referendum was on the way, but there was no way the UK would vote leave. The latest IPCC report was that some warming would happen, but if we all took notice now we could limit warming to around 1 to 1.5 degrees. Eco-diesels were a thing. I bought one based on the lower carbon emissions. Seriously, VW and any other car manufacturers who have done similar things. Everyone should watch the Dirty Money episode about the emissions scandal, it's on Netflix. The world isn't angry enough about this. Offshore wind had become cheaper per kilowatt-hour than nuclear. We were on the cusp of a green energy revolution. The world really has gone to poo in the last few years.
Mildly surprised I had to scroll to find this.
Thank you for watching. We upload new videos every day, so be sure to come back for more fun. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.